everyone. Our group is going to be presenting today on children and adolescents' death. Our group members include Itzel Ceniceros, Yvonne Hernandez, Rosario Medina, and myself, Jocelyn Quijada. So our group decided to choose this topic, and in this topic we include the loss of a child's sibling, or a spouse. And pretty much we chose this topic because it can be a very difficult topic to discuss and just to react to. And it can happen to just about anyone. So we decided to prepare ourselves in case that could happen to ourselves or one of our clients in the future. Hello everyone, I will be doing the assessment tools and activities for our group toolkit. So pretty much I was able to find some really helpful surveys that saw how a that were able to measure how a person is grieving, and they were able to assess how it was going to affect the person. So one that I found to be particularly great is called the Persistent Complex Bereavement Disorder Checklist. And pretty much what this does, it states that bereavement can become a problem for some, as it can be prolonging in suffering, and it can also impair some functionings. If this does happen, then what it can result in is that it can derail social and academic development when the child or the adolescent is at a crucial point to master these skills. So what I thought was great about this is that for certain people, they might not know how to deal with the grief that they have come upon. So what this does is it targets, or it looks into what is probably delaying their bereavement process, or what's causing them to not be able to move on. And so once they know about what's going on or what's keeping them from moving on, then they can start dealing with that, and they can actually find a better method to help them go on after the death of their loved one. As for the activity sections, I was able to find more activities that were more related for younger children, and I think activities for younger children are especially great because hearing or talking about the different concepts of death or the different emotions that are related to it, they might not be able to exactly comprehend those words. So having an activity to help them visually express themselves might be really helpful for them to cope with the grief that they've lost, whether it's a parent or a close family member or a sibling. So one that I found to be especially great is the puzzle memorial. And pretty much for this puzzle memorial, you just grab a big puzzle that had big puzzle pieces, and in the back where it's blank, you would just write a sentimental note or a fond memory that you've had with the person. And what I think this does is that it encourages the expression of emotions, as well as it resulting in a positive healing process. As you are able to express your emotions, you don't have that bottled in, and you're able to better realize how the person has impacted your life and the greatness that has come from sharing that relationship with that person. And so that is all. Thank you.
Feel losing loved ones. The steps and help you may need when you find yourself in need for someone to talk to or in need for someone to be there for you. The grieving process. When you lose someone you love and was close to you, it may feel as if a part of you has gone with them. And this is normal, and this is how it all begins. Next, with the grieving process, we go on to denial. Denial is when you believe that what you are witnessing could not possibly be happening. You isolate yourself from the world, and you don't want to deal with anything or anyone. You don't think it's real, and you tell yourself constantly that what is happening is not true and that it's not really happening. You're angry with everybody, which is why you display anger. And you transfer that emotion onto everything and everyone. You displace those emotions about anything that may not even triggered you in the past, but now everything makes you so upset. Even the smallest little thing that maybe at one point you wouldn't even notice now infuriates you to the extreme. You start bargaining. This can be either spiritual, it can be self-blame, or it can even be medical. It might be praying and asking whoever it is that you believe in to let them live longer. And you will do such a thing. Blaming yourself for not having done better, not having done more, and not having done something sooner. Thinking that medicine or other doctors could have done more to help save your loved one. You go through depression, which is sadness all around you. You don't want to move, you don't want to do anything. You may not even be able to sleep, or you may be sleeping way too much. But knowing that that person is gone and you will never see them again, smile, laugh, will bring you back every single day and will hold you down and not make you want to do anything. Acceptance, how and when you come to accept what is really going on, is different and it varies person to person. But acceptance leads to knowing that everything will be okay, and that most importantly, you will be okay. No matter what happens, no matter who you go through this, you will be okay in the end. Don't forget there is help everywhere. Take care of yourself, eat right, join a grief support group, talk to people who care. There is lots of religious communities, and if you don't believe in religion, I'm pretty sure you may have friends or someone to talk to. Even if it's a pet, they will listen. And don't forget that time helps and time heals all wounds.
Hi, my name is Yvonne Hernandez, and I'm here to present to you guys how parents deal with their child's death while they're babies or they're adolescents. And I feel that this section is very important because it helps bring awareness that they're not the only children, they're not the only parents that are going through the situation, which is how many of them feel, just because they don't think that many parents lose their child. And what these videos helps to do is that they help to raise awareness of how people grieve differently. And it's also important for them to know that parents may lose their child as soon as 1 week, and others may have their child for several years before they encounter such a tragic event in their lives. And what I got out of all those videos that I watched is that it's okay to cry and it's okay to let their feelings out, because usually that's how people overcome their grief, and it just brings them so much more peace, inner peace. Like this mom, where she was saying that the way that she overcame her son's death was by talking about it, by letting her friends know, by saying how great her son was. And I feel it's important to listen to other parents, just so we can try some strategies and see if they work with they may not work with all the people that watch these videos, but they might be helpful to some of the parents who are going through this grief. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Rosario Medina, and I'm actually going to be speaking about the community resource locations that people who have gone through a loss are able to go to for extra support. Actually, the service center that I ended up really focusing on was at Asian Pacific Treatment Centers, which is a completely nonprofit organization which is state funded. It's actually located in the center of downtown Los Angeles, kind of a little bit towards like Wilshire. And the best part about this program is that it's open to men, women, children, and the elderly, depending on what they need. It's open to offering psychiatric services as well as therapy. So as we have learned in class, there's a lot of people who really kind of get stuck when they go through a loss, because having external support really is that extra factor to help you push through what you're going through. So basically the center provides psychiatric services if the client seems to need it or really actually needs it, as well as they provide therapy via social workers or family therapists. So basically the psychiatrists and the therapists work together to provide the best adequate care plan for the clients in order to help them be able to get through their loss. They also have external group support. So they have like a support group for widows, they have a support group for parents who lost their children or children who lost their parents. And it's really great because you're able to be in a situation or an area where other people who have gone through similar losses are able to kind of open up and, feel that someone else understands you but not feel judged about it. So loss is something that it's a natural part of life, but we live in a society that is so sheltered from actually like going through the process of loss, that a lot of us feel stuck when we aren't in that situation. So it's really important, such as community resources, to be able to find them and be able to know how to access them in order to be able to get the adequate help and have the tools to be able to push through and cope with our loss and finally be able to reach self-determination.